Evening, everyone. It's about 6:15 on Thursday evening, and this is your closing comment. It's video number 492, and I'm going to be very brief tonight because I just want to hit the high spots here, since that's what most people are really interested in. Um, and if you like the work, please hit the subscribe button. Okay, so the Dow finished up 139 and change, about a half a percent, after being down 250, up 380, and then in the last probably 20 minutes, we went from up about 220 to up 139. The NASDAQ acted pretty much the same way, except that all of its activity was above the unchanged line, and it finished up 180.72 or 1.64%. The S&P, which was up about 58, finished up 39, 1.2%, as did the Russell, also up 1.2%, which was 1830 to the positive. And the big winner of the day, again, has been the big winner and the big loser pretty much every day this week, was the Dow Jones Transports, which closed up 237.90 or 2.17%. So we had all kinds of earnings today, and this is exactly why I don't play earnings. I will tell you that I had a little bit of Facebook that I wrote against, and here's what happened. Amazon beat top and bottom. It had closed at 32.11, up 48. And after the beat, which was impressive, we traded right back down to 31.60. So 51 off where it closed. Apple was kind of interesting. It was a beat, but it was just not that impressive. The stock had closed at 115.32, up a couple, and currently is trading at 108.80, which is down 220 on the day. Google was really the only major winner. It had closed at 1556.88, up 41, and after the earnings, the stock continued higher, and the last is 1685, up 175. Facebook beat top and bottom. It had closed at 280.83, and that was up 13 and change. And after trading as high as 284 and a half, it traded all the way back down to 274, and the last on it currently is 279. So it's about just under $2 under it. Twitter beat top and bottom, but people were unimpressed with their user growth. The stock, which since late June has gone from just under 29 to close the day today, 52.43, up 390, after it traded 54.15 on the headline, turned right back down and is 43.90, and that's down 465. And Starbucks, which also beat top and bottom line and was 88.30, which was up $1.15, is currently trading 87.20, and that basically is unchanged on the day. So it gave up $1.10 of that $1.15. Okay, the chart on the screen tonight is the US dollar, and as you can see, it extended its gain. This will give you the perspective, but we were all the way up here. We finished up 57 cents. But the big news, as I mentioned this morning, was really energy, and they just pounded this unrelentingly. We were talking about it on the weekend in the letter up here, unable to break 41.90, and all of these little tops. And today we got all the way down to 34.92. That's 20% under that 42 number. We closed the day today at 36.17, which was down $1.22. But again, that's roughly $1.20 off the low, so it closed mid-range. The gold was down 11.20, currently up a couple of cents. Bitcoin, again, a monster, 13,505, up 330. And the bonds were lower by about a point. So the futures tonight are obviously soft. And the reason I say obviously is because both the S&P and the Dow. S&P is down 32. The Dow is down 217. Both of those are reflective of the move in Apple. And the S&P is a little bit more extreme because it also involves and has as members Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook, Starbucks, and Twitter. So tomorrow morning ought to be a flush to the downside. And my commodity guy gave me the number on the S&P as anywhere very low risk trade, anywhere above 33.30. And let me open this up a little. And we got on the high, we got to 33.75. So that was damn good. I didn't do anything with it because, frankly, it's really difficult for me to trade the S&P in options because the numbers that we're looking at, when you turn it into the SPY, are basically 1% of those numbers. So we see this trading at 32.68. That means that the SPY is basically 326.80. And while that's a decent enough move in options, unless I'm trading something that has a fairly high premium for time value, it makes it really difficult. And I want to add that, I have some reasonable disdain for the teleprompter readers on a lot of these stations that I watch, CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business. But this afternoon, one of the CNBC guys, Steve Leisman, who I'm not crazy about, but he was the only one today who said anything about the fact that the big number in the GDP does not reflect a return back to the upside. The number was up, I can't remember, I think about 33% GDP first look for last quarter. And the quarter before was down 31%, also a major number. However, up 33 after down 31 is not back to even. It's only about, you would need 45 or 48% gain just to get even. And frankly, I give them credit for it because everybody else that I heard all day today was busy telling me that the GDP number was the biggest increase in history following the biggest decrease, and making it sound like we were actually ahead when clearly we're not. All right, everyone. I'll be back first thing in the morning, and have a good evening. I hope that today didn't hurt you at all. But again, this is why I don't trade earnings ever. I'll be back in the morning.